not stopping jobs. All right, that is not the intent of this by this lawsuit. I'm not trying to shut it down. I'm going on the record. It's a fake record. It's a paper record. But I'll go on the record and report on whatever you want. We're not here to stop the generation of jobs. That would be asinine. It wouldn't even make any sense. I think that got spun the wrong way a little early. Track people jumped on it saying, look what these wackos are trying to do. They're trying to stop jobs. It was a good public relation tactic. They had to come back and say, no, we're not getting it. We need to clear the air on it. The growth of the track, as long as it's containing the noise to an acceptable level for the residents, is not what we're trying to prevent. All we're trying to prevent is for people to be harmed by the sound. And by the way, if you don't think that they're harmed, or if you don't think that they're harmed, it doesn't mean that they don't think it. So everybody has their right to come in and say, I'm being harmed, I want some relief. The relief isn't shutting down the track and putting flow. Again, that would be a total disaster plan for us to even attempt to do that. Yes?
Bob Tesseroni, Howard Street, Millville. It's nice to hear a member of the Green Flag Committee admit that there is a sound problem. Because we have signs posted that says that we're not going to fire up the engines at 3 o'clock, that we will not use the PA system. So they have acknowledged that, in fact, there is a noise problem out there. Otherwise, they wouldn't have these signs posted to retrain people from doing that. And it's also interesting that recently the city paid to have a sound study done. And that sound study, one of the recommendations was that they acquire a sound system that will keep the sound contained within the park area itself. And there are systems out there. The track refuses to buy that sound system. So when they talk about good faith, it absolutely reinforces what Track Racket is doing with their lawsuit, because the only recourse you have is somebody in a black robe has to tell them, this is what you're going to do. And we got results, or they got results when they had the Jane Galletto and her group went and filed a lawsuit against them. They had, the judge ordered that certain things would be done, and they complied with it, because it was forced to. And it's obvious that while they say good faith, there's no such thing as good faith. If they're not forced to do it, they're not going to do it. And that's not a good neighbor.